Hello, happy Monday. Happy Monday if you're watching this replay. I'm going to wait for everybody to get on. I'm excited for today's topic. I know it has been some crazy things going on, and so I'm excited to get you guys motivated for the week ahead. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining. I'm on just to kind of cover this is our Monday motivation, and I go live on a couple places. So if I'm looking over to the side, it's because I'm looking at the comments and things from I'm on YouTube and YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook all at the same time. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm on YouTube today in a second. But hi, ladies. Thank you so much for joining. It really means a lot when you guys tune in. Hey, Brittany, you've been so loyal and tuning in every week since I've been starting this. So thank you so much. Definitely say hello. Let me know where you guys are watching from. How was your weekend? We always got to start with that. What did you guys do? I've been working on planners, so that's what I've been doing. But hi. Yeah, how's your weekend? What are you guys up to? How was your Monday? I feel like today for me has been a Monday. It's just been very hectic, and I'm already ready for Friday, to be completely honest. So yeah, it's definitely been interesting. Hey, Rashida. Oh, thank you so much, Brittany. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you. It means a lot because these things can be kind of like nerve-wracking sometimes. I appreciate you guys getting on. Oh, thank you so much. You just discovered my videos. Cool. Thank you so much for checking me out. Okay, we got a lot of people coming in. Oh, I like your name, Coneflower Creative. Mondays are hard. Yes, it's so funny. Like some people love them, but I've even as long as I can remember, Monday has always just been that day where I'm like, oh, okay, we're here. So yeah, but I'm excited for today's topic. I have a couple things, y'all know. I'll be having a couple notes and some updates and stuff. So I'm going to get started with it. And last week's conversation was so good. So I'm excited to see where the one goes today. But yeah, mine was real Monday-ish too. So I can relate. I was just like, okay, it's Monday. It just really felt that way. But today a client found me on Facebook and messaged me to ask me about their taxes. Oh, so did you get a new client through Facebook? If that's what you're saying, that's really cool. That's always a good thing to get somebody new, a new client. Okay, y'all. So a couple things. So normally I go live on Instagram and Facebook. That's kind of like my thing I've been doing for the last couple weeks. Today I'm also live on YouTube as well because when I tell y'all that I am 60 people away from hitting 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm shaking when I say it because I can't believe that it's that close. I've been monitoring it since maybe like about the end of last year. And I can't believe I'm getting ready to hit 10K. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and get these views up. Let's go ahead and get these videos up this week because it'll be so cool to hit it by the end of the week. So I only need 60 more subscribers or so on my YouTube channel. So if y'all know anybody that loves like just creative things, stationery, definitely, kind of send them my way a little bit, kind of support because I'm really excited to hit that. You guys don't understand. I've been on YouTube since 2008. Technically, I started I'm still a singer, but I started singing on there like right when I was getting ready to graduate from high school. And so that was kind of what I did. You can still find my old channel on there. And then it was in 2016 was when I switched over to doing the Stationary Muse channel, which is the one that's about to hit 10K. But it's just like, this has been like, it feels like almost half my life at this point. I guess it has been more than half my life where I've been on there. And so it's just cool to hit such a milestone like that because it's a huge deal. Like it's really a huge deal. And people that are on Instagram, I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb so people don't call me. So hold on. Okay. I'm back. I need to put it on Do Not Disturb. Okay, but I'm ready to dive into today's topic. I wanted to share with you guys as well. Oh, thank you guys so much for the love. Yes, so if y'all know somebody like stationery, starting businesses, motivation, positivity, freckles, whatever it might be, tell them to go subscribe to Stationary Muse so I can hit 10K this weekend or this week because y'all, I'm going to do a big giveaway. We're probably going to go live. I'm just going to be excited. I'm probably going to be crying because if you don't know me, I'm a crier and I cry about everything. But I'm just really excited. So hard work pays off is really what I'm learning. And sometimes you got to be patient. Definitely a Monday. Oh gosh, hold on. A call with the IRS and messaged about 4 products that broke in transit, but have to keep it moving. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry about that. Oh my, y'all, don't even get me started on this IRS stuff. We owe a little bit of money from like 3 years ago from some taxes or something. And we cannot get anybody on the phone. And so I was talking to my accountant the other day and I was like, do you have any tips or tricks for getting through to these people? Because, you know, like this is a lot. And she was like, no, she's like, there's no secret number. She's like, honestly, just kind of prop your tea or your coffee up and just sit it to the side, you know, continue working throughout your day and eventually they'll answer. So I don't know, Trinace, if I'm saying your name right, I don't know how long you had to wait to get on with them, but like it was literally, I think my husband had been waiting almost like an hour and a half and he was just like, forget it. So I'm sorry you had to endure that because I'm sure it was not fun. But another quick update as well before I get into our topic is that I have my group coaching program open right now. So if you have been thinking about starting your stationery business, or if you've heard me talk about the program, definitely check it out. I'm not going to get into it too much here, but I'll be talking about it on YouTube as well this week. The group coaching program, it's a 6 weeks program helping women to really overcome the fear they're having that's holding them back so that they can start the businesses that they dream about, specifically creative businesses, stationery, planners, T-shirts, you know, all of the creative things. And I really help you to really take that from an idea and launch it. And so if you're interested, it's called Inspire Blueprint. And you can find that link. If you go to my actual Tatiana Muse Instagram page, the link is in there, but it's just tatianamuse.com to learn more about it. So today's topic, y'all, it's been inspired by a couple of things. So the main reason that I wanted to talk about this is because, okay, first of all, why am I getting all like dry throat? Hold on. The main reason I want to talk about this is because, first of all, everybody in Texas has been really heavy on my mind, as I'm sure it has been for a lot of you guys. I've been praying for everybody. I know some people that live there as well. Luckily, they weren't in horrible situations, but they did have some setbacks and stuff, as I'm sure a lot of people did. And so it really got me to thinking of, like, oh, what would I do if that would have happened to us? And then I started really thinking about what we were going to talk about on today's Monday motivation call. And I love to hear you guys' opinions on how you deal with different things. And so the whole thing of today is really just about what keeps you motivated when you are dealing with difficult seasons in your life. Like, how are you able to still continue to be the best version of yourself, be the best, insert whatever your title is here, whether it's, at your job, showing up in your relationship, showing up as a parent of some sort, in friendships, whatever the case may be, if you're dealing with just difficult seasons, whether it's with that individual or maybe just within your life. And so that's what I wanted to talk about. I have some things that I personally do myself, but I would love for you guys to chime in as well, to share, but to just give kind of a little bit of a background for me. First of all, I want to say that I don't think there's ever really one situation is worse than someone else's, because I know sometimes, like, I used to think that I'd be like, well, I haven't really been through anything that was super, super traumatic, or so I thought. But I think that we all have different things that we deal with, and they can stop us from really moving forward in our lives. You think about where you came from. That's definitely one of mine as well. And so one of the stories that I thought about when I was thinking of this, and if I start getting emotional, y'all, I apologize in advance, because anytime I talk about my great-grandmother, I just get like that. But at the end of my college experience, it was pretty much the end, honestly. So I had been in college for 4 years. I was getting ready to graduate. My great-grandmother and my grandmother had both moved to North Carolina, and we're all from Ohio. So they moved down there, like, I want to say had been almost a year at that point. And I was getting ready to graduate. And long story short, it was Easter. And we all were on our FaceTime talking to them down there, kind of doing like a little family call, because we were in Ohio and they were down there. And I was home for some reason. I guess I was home for Easter break, probably. Anyway, so we FaceTimed them. We had that call. And I think it was like 2 days later, because I don't remember what day Easter was on that year. This was 2012. We were on that call. So then 2 days later, my great-grandmother passed away. And me and her were very close. I talked to her all the time. Years of just like me always being up under her, going over her house, hanging out, staying up super late, and all these things. Like my great grandmother like was my best friend. I would call her all the time and everything. She passed away. And this was like a couple weeks before I was getting ready to graduate from college. And so you can imagine, just if, you're very close to a family member and you have kind of like this big life event getting ready to come up, and you still got to focus and you still have to pay attention. And then this is the kind of thing that happens while that was going on. At the same time, there was also a lot of other crazy things going on as well with like family and stuff that I'm not going to get into too much, but it was just a lot going on. And then if you don't know this about me, I also am very, I don't like bugs. So this to me is traumatic. Me and my really good friend from college, Alyssa, we had like a ladybug infestation in our apartment. So this was all going on at the same time. We're just trying to get done with college so we can go. We'd racked up all this debt. We just ready to finish up and everything. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. And so it was a rough time, basically. I really couldn't focus. I lost someone that I really cared a lot about, on top of just dealing with the ladybug issue, family drama, just a lot of stuff. And so that was probably one of, not the most, but one of the most difficult times for me in my life, because I really had to figure out ways to press forward. And so when I think about like times now when I'm feeling kind of down, or if I'm feeling unmotivated, specifically because I know I talk about entrepreneurship a lot, when I'm feeling like I don't want to press on with whatever I'm doing, typically due to me comparing myself to someone, maybe me not hitting the goal that I wanted to hit, or whatever the case is, I always find myself taking a moment where I'm very negative. And this is something that it's taken me a while to get from being so negative. But I do hit it because we're all human and sometimes we get into that space. And so the first thing that I typically do whenever I do get into a phase like that is I really like to give myself a moment to just be however I am. So if I'm pissed off, if I'm angry, if I just want to cry or whatever the case is, I always give myself that time. So do you guys feel like you're able to let yourself do that? Because I think sometimes it's hard to just kind of let yourself just be in a situation and just feel whatever emotion you want to feel and really just kind of let God guide you in that timing. It's hard. And so I know, especially like with that situation, like with my great grandmother passing away and all of those things, I really, I grieved about it and I gave myself that opportunity to do that. I didn't focus so much on all the things that I needed to do for school. It's been a while since this happened, but honestly, it'll be 10 years next year since that happened. But I think that's the biggest thing. So if you're dealing with anything, again, like I said, Texas is kind of weighing on my heart right now, but anything in general where if you're just feeling kind of, sorry guys, I think I feel like when I get sometimes emotional, my throat gets really dry. When you try not to cry or something. Okay, yes, you give yourself grace and be present. That's what Trinae said from YouTube. I have no idea how to get through anything. How you run on coffee and winging things. I feel it. Okay, sorry guys. But anyway, so I just think that, and I don't even know what I was saying before, but that's okay. The whole point is basically, like you were saying, Trinace, give yourself grace. Give yourself an opportunity to mourn, whatever that may be. Give yourself an opportunity to be sad and to cry. Don't feel like you have to literally in one moment you're upset and then in the next moment you have to just bounce back. And I mean, sometimes you can't always do it that way, but always find some time to eventually give yourself that moment to mourn, to be sad, to cry, to be angry, because I don't think it's healthy to just let that continue to build up, because then it'll come out in other ways that may not be as healthy. Joya said, I learned to do this as well. It is one of the hardest things to do. Yes, it is. And especially when you have other people looking to you for like guidance or support, and you're supposedly like, if you're the strong one or something like that. So it definitely is hard, but that's one of the first things that I always do for myself when I'm going through something negative, is to definitely just let myself be. I didn't go to therapy for that particular situation, but I've been to therapy a few times. I'll do that. I'll really put my mental health first before any of the other things that I have going on, because I know if I'm not fully together, then I know that things are not going to be good. Okay, Patrina, hey girl, you said yes, we have to give ourselves grace and patience. Most definitely. And so then the other thing that I have here is to practice gratitude, and to focus on the things that I've already done, and, you know, the things that God has already given me in my life. So that would definitely be kind of like a next actionable step, I feel like, again, because if you stay stuck in that phase for too long, like that first phase, then you can tend to fall into, you know, some type of depression or, you know, something negative or anything like that. So I always think gratitude is extremely important, even if it's together with that, so that you have an opportunity to really reflect on where you've come from. Like somebody said in the comments on Instagram, who was that? I'm trying to see who it was. The power of She 50. Yeah. Like to really focus on where you came from and thank God for it. And so like just actually this week, there was just kind of like I can't wait to tell you all of the exciting stuff going on in life. I'm trying to just kind of like hold it all in, but there's some exciting things happening. And last week, my faith kind of got tested a bit with some things that happened in the midst of all of this. And it was almost, then the sermon from Transformation Church on Sunday reminded me that we are really quick to forget about the things that God has already done for us in our lives. We're really quick to just automatically assume everything is falling apart, or automatically assume that we have to figure it out on our own. And it's like really thinking about what you already have and to be thankful for that is something that sometimes we forget. I know I do. And it's always a reminder that I have to give myself to continue to be thankful for what I have, where I've come from. Oh, you watched Transformation Church? Yes. The sermon was so good. I felt like he was talking directly. I feel like he talks to me every week, but specifically with what I dealt with last week and how I kind of just forgot how good God has been in my life just for that brief moment. And I think sometimes we all go through that. You kind of get, like, the sermon was something about like distraction. And it's like you get distracted from the path that you're on because of temporary setbacks or just different things. And so that's a huge part of how I stay motivated, is to continue to focus on my blessings and to be thankful for where I am, what I have, even if it's not exactly where I want to be. You know, I'm better than I was yesterday. So that's always really huge. One of my mantras is gratitude brings, I think you're saying peace. I love that. Grieving is a necessary process, then gradually seek comfort and peace from reliable sources. Most definitely. Most definitely. That's how I feel watching. Yeah, Transformation Church, like he always hits it right on the nail every single week to me, to be completely honest. Okay, so then after that, I really move into even more so just like praying about it. I start really setting intentions. I love to start to take small steps towards whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So especially when I'm thinking in terms of like being motivated, I think of like a journey of some sort. So I think of, you know, you have like an end destination in mind, and you know that you have to take action or you have to do something in order to get there. So, oh, I'm laughing. No, you're fine. You're fine. She was meant to say peace. You're fine. But when you're trying to take an action of some sort, it kind of requires that motivation behind it. And just also just to hold myself accountable, y'all, because last week we had talked all about eliminating excuses. And so if anybody was wondering, I still have not worked out yet. So, you know, all about holding accountable and all those things. But it's on my list. I'm going to get to it eventually. But taking small steps was really going to be my next thing. And another reason this topic came up is because people ask me a lot. They're like, how do you stay motivated? You know, how are you able to do your business? And, you know, with everything you have going on. And so that's another reason why I'm sharing this, is just for some things that I do. So just even if I apply that back to my business, if I'm not feeling it, if I'm feeling unmotivated with my business, I will quickly take a break from what I have going on with my business, because again, my mental state is more important than anything. So same thing with that. And then I always think about how far I've come within my business, where I was on day one versus where I am today. And then I get into, you know, really praying about it and starting to take small steps to get back into easing back into things. And small steps can look different for all of us, just depending on what you have going on. Let's see. Be Love, she said, Amen. We are currently reading the Old Testimony, and the children of Israel keep forgetting what God's done for them, even after all the miracles, and God warned them of that. We need to stay in gratitude. Yes. And it's so easy to forget. It's so easy to forget. And that's why I wanted to throw that in there, because it's so easy to get motivated when you just think about what you already have or where you already have come from. It's just such an easy way to just find some peace in any situation, and knowing that, okay, he's brought me through things before. I know he'll bring me through this as well. So thank you so much for that. And another thing that I like to focus on as well is my why. So whatever you may be dealing with within your life, especially if we're going back to I know there's been so much stuff going on in the world, not even just what's going on in Texas, but there's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of loss, a lot of sadness. And so always just trying to focus on your why. You know, when you get up in the morning, what is the thing that keeps you motivated? I know for me, my family is a really big part of that. Having a daughter is a really big part of that. I think before becoming a mom, I really looked at life a lot differently. I mean, I cared about being here and all of those things, but I feel like when I'm I'm here for someone and I'm living for her, it really adds this extra layer. But you don't even necessarily have to have kids to have a why. It's just like, what is the reason of why you got up this morning? Why are you here? Why do you go to work every day? You know, like it could be something small, just like, you know, I love the fact that maybe I grew up in a situation that wasn't so proud of, but now I'm in a position now where I can be comfortable and I can enjoy the life that I have. I'm happy for what I work for. And that's my why, to continue to really build the life that I want. So whatever that why is for you, focus on that as well, because it's also a motivating factor. And so with the Stationary Muse, with my business, my why is you guys. My why is the women that I talk to on my channel, the women that I make products for, that I make these phrases on shirts and things for, because I think about all of us dealing with difficult seasons and how we can grow from that. And so I feel like God has placed these things on my heart to be a vessel to someone, even if it's just a few people, that needs that extra motivational piece. And so that's why I show up. There's times I'm tired, and there's times that I see other businesses doing all of these amazing things, and I want to just, you know, throw in the towel, honestly, and be like, okay, you know what? I've been doing this for 5 years. Why am I not at this point yet? But then I remember the messages I get. I remember the people that I'm helping. And then I'm like, okay, I'm back and I'm centered and I'm motivated. Let's get to work. So it's a huge part of it. And then really, I mean, honestly, the last part of it is to really reflect on your overall vision of where you see yourself going in your life. So even if there is a major setback, a minor setback, whatever it may be, or like my business coach, Jasmine Chanel, she said something so good last week. She said, like, especially when you have kids, you have hourly setbacks because you're constantly thinking about different things. You get interrupted. Kids want this, they want that. And I could not relate to that more. Like, she literally was speaking to me. Make sure you guys go follow Jasmine Chanel on Instagram. She's amazing. But yeah, she was talking about hourly setbacks. And so there's so many different things that can just stop you from day to day that will break you down and just make you be like, forget it. So whatever the thing is, I always say this, like, if you read this title and it made you think of something that you're dealing with within your life, really apply this to, okay, where do I want to be with this thing? What is the bigger vision that I have for myself? And how can I continue to focus on that and be motivated by that in the long run? Another thing for me is like finances is really not my thing. Credit is really not the best, just to keep it all the way real with y'all. I have a ton of student loans and just a lot of things I'm not proud of, but it's also that everything that we all deal with and that it happens, it's life. But at the same time, I'm trying to come out of being so hard on myself about the situation of the finances and the credit and all of those things, and really focusing on Emery, my daughter, really focusing on that I'm trying to create a better future for her. I'm trying to create a better lifestyle for us, for our family. And even though I might be scared to make those phone calls to those people, or I don't want to talk to that person about setting up a payment plan, or whatever the case may be, I really have to focus on my why. So I think no matter what you're dealing with, and sorry, Instagram, you guys had poor connection. Hope you guys can hear me still. Whatever the why is, it really will continue to pull you every single time to keep going. I want to read, let me see. Okay. It keeps going to poor connection. Okay. Your page keeps me super motivated. When I lose hope, I find myself replaying your YouTube videos. Thank you so much. Thank you. And that's honestly why I do it, because even if and y'all, you don't even understand. So like me and my husband will be sitting in there talking in the other room, and I will be this was just last week, I'll be down on myself about something. I'll be like, what am I even doing this for? Blah, blah, blah. Woe is me, my whole thing. Cause I get that way too. And then he'll be like, don't you say this stuff to these women that you are talking to? Didn't you just do a video about this? And I'm like, I don't know why it's always like, it's easier for us to help someone else and pour into someone else, but it's like harder for us to apply it to our own life and situation and mindset, at least for me. Because yes, I can tell y'all all day and motivate you, and to a certain extent myself, but then there's always those times where you just kind of question what you're doing, why you're doing it, and all of those things. And so I really am happy that those videos help you, because that's why I do them. Even when I'm not feeling so sure about something, I do them. And I never want anybody to think that I'm like perfect or ever feel like I have it all together, because I don't. I can't even tell y'all how many times people ask me, how do you balance everything with your daughter at home all day and working a job? The answer is that I really don't. Something is always falling or slipping through the cracks. Some things take precedence at other times. And that's why I usually, you guys have probably heard me on stories, maybe occasionally, or even in my videos, I'll be like, I'm burnt out. And that's why, because I work myself so much. And then I get to one point and there's a day and I'm like, I can't do anything else. And so we all handle things differently, but I just want you to know. And I wanted to just say that. I'm going to get off of that, but I wanted to just share that. Okay, so let's see what you guys are saying. So amen, why is key. When you are walking in what is called you to do, it gives you peace, and doing it unto God, we will get our reward from God, even when the numbers and views are small. Yes, we are learning that as well. God bless you, sister, family, business, and channel. Thank you so much. And that is so true. You guys be having like the best comments, seriously. Let me see. Jacqueline said, made planning boards and put it on the wall so I could see it each day. That's also good as well, because I definitely think seeing is believing. That's why I did this little planning wall thing. That's why I got my vision boards over there. And I walk in here, even though like I kind of forget they're there, because it's just like they become a part of the room or whatever. But when I do occasionally look up, I'm like, okay. And like I told y'all last year, stuff started happening on the board. I had forgot I made it. And I'm like, wow. So like everything that we do, the actions we take, it all matters, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. I just said this to my mom. I am so much better at being there for others and forget to be there for myself. And I have to check myself, like, don't be a hypocrite. Get yourself together. Exactly. And right. Don't be a hypocrite. Thank you. You are speaking to me. I'm going to screenshot this. Somebody said, check out 1 Peter 5:10. Okay. I'm going to screenshot that so that I can see what that is. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Joya said, all the time, took my own advice, changed career paths. I would tell my orientees or new nurses I would talk with. Okay, first of all, I did see that on your Facebook. I wasn't sure if you like left the job but congratulations to you, because I'm sure that's probably scary to do. Just think about like when people change career paths, or when you have like a big life change like that, it's scary. And so the fact that you have it in you to do that, and take that leap is amazing. So congratulations to you. I'm really excited for you. And I hope that the new venture that you have is going to just be even more blessings for you. And I know you're getting married soon, so sending blessings to you for that as well. That's me with doing things for others and not for myself. Yeah, I think we all do that though, honestly. I don't even think that's like a specific one person thing. We all tend to put ourselves on the back burner. Okay, all is well planned said, establish yourself, don't just take a moment. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Establish yourself, don't just take a moment. I really like that. You need to put that on a shirt or something. I really like that. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I really just have felt, like I said, really heavy with everything that's been going on, honestly, for the last year, not even just this past week, just in general. It's just so much. And it's like you have to constantly try to motivate yourself to keep going and not allow it to pause you for too long. But these are some of the things that I do when I find myself slipping into whatever is going on, whether I'm starting to get down on myself, if I'm feeling depressed, if I'm questioning whatever role I have. Like I question, am I a good mom all the time? That's like my main thing. I'm like, oh, I'm being a good mom, and all this stuff, and just so many things. And even like when things don't happen as quick as I would like to see them, that as well. Like, am I supposed to be doing this? Like as soon as something doesn't happen, just like with a snap of my finger, I'm quick to be like, well, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. So all of those things is why I wanted to talk about this tonight with you guys, is just to see what you all had to say. But it seems like everybody is pretty much on the same page as far as what you guys do. I wanted to just share again with you as well, because I'm really excited, y'all. When I tell you I'm so excited, I'm only going to say it one more time, but I'm about to hit 10K on YouTube this week. I'm claiming it that I'm going to hit it this week. I just had to say that again. And it's because of everybody on here. So thank you guys so much. But that is it. Does anybody have anything else that they want to like wrap up with, or any last kind of comments? I think the main thing for me, just to kind of send you into the week with some positivity, is that, well, first of all, I think we're all starting to warm up a little bit outside. And for me, I feel like sometimes when it's cold for so long, that can also add to just like feeling kind of down and blah, just like cold weather. I don't know if you guys feel that way too. So it's warming up soon, so that'll be nice. But the main thing I really feel is that I think, besides giving yourself grace, which is my number one thing, like I said at the beginning, and actually let's do a recap of what I said. So to stay motivated through whatever seasons you're going through, if it's starting to get difficult, you want to give yourself grace, give yourself time to feel and be in that emotion that you are feeling, first of all. You want to practice gratitude, thank God for all of the things that you do have, the things that you were brought out of, that have brought you here today. You want to pray, most importantly. You want to take small steps to start getting towards the bigger progress that you want to make, just so that you can start to kind of get back into getting motivated with whatever that may be. You really want to reflect on the vision that you have. And even more importantly, you want to reflect on the why that you have. Like, why are you doing this? That's something that can keep you going. Why are you getting up to do this thing? And then the bigger vision of, where do you want this thing to be? Who are you doing this for? And why? What in the future is it going to help, basically? And then lastly, again, I like to just say to really give yourself grace, again, because it's like a cycle. It continues. But yeah, I just really hope that you guys, whatever you may be going through currently, or things come up, like I said, that sermon from Transformation Church was really good, because he really just talked about how we constantly get distracted by different things that can pull us away from believing that, whatever is going on will be okay. We quickly forget how God has showed up for us and showed out for us before. And so I think that's just the main thing, is really just go back to the source. It's kind of the last part of this. And to just be grateful and to be graceful is really all that I have for you guys. Let me see. You guys said you're doing a great job. I just started watching your channel like a month now, and you're helping me keep being great. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Monique said, you got it. We're believing with you. Share, everybody. Let's get Tatiana to 10K. What we make happen for others, God will make it happen for us. I cannot read, y'all. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. That is really it. I don't have much more. Again, my group coaching program, just to kind of plug it again, the group coaching program is open for enrollment right now. So definitely check out TatianaMuse.com to learn a little bit more about that. If you're ready to start your stationery business, I'm here for you. I'm your girl. But yeah, that is all that I really have. I'm going to go and play with Emery and Evan for a little bit. But yeah, reach out if you guys need anything. Have an amazing rest of your week. And I will see you guys next Monday, or possibly sooner, because if I hit 10K, I'm going to be going live, but we'll see. All right. Bye.